What's going on, guys? This is PukaTuka here, and today we're going to be playing some Doki Doki Literature Club again. You know, we're on part 5 of the Doki Doki Purist mod playthrough. And yeah, at this point, I'm just trying to get this over with, because as much as I want to say I'm enjoying it, it's just a little tedious to know that I'm playing through something I've already played through. You know, it happens. What's going on, guys? What happens if I get to 100 subs? That's the question I always have. But anyway, let's just get into the game. There we go. You guys can hear it. DLC Purist mod. Okay. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two. Oh yeah, I sort of started this day a little. I didn't mean to. I didn't realize it was the end of the day last time. And we started a new day, so I was just like, wait a minute. You know, but it's fine. I didn't go that far. I literally went like 2 lines in. So, anyway, let's just get into the game. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different person. Wow, I'm struggling. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard anything from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Puka. I sit down. I'm turning up the game a little bit. Okay, sounds good. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. I don't know if I skipped it. Okay. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to be seeing Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Puka. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori! I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you talking about? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Puka, but you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Puka? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Puka. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have had to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes. But it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Puka, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that you could have helped is the only thing that could helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand, and now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish, that's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Puka, Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Puka, Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please, don't do this. Puka, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away, and if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me and returns. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Puka. The only time that I'm not feeling nothing, the only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah? It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah? How would you like for me to spend it all with you? Uh, uh, it's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't! Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come over and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayuri shakes her head. I'm sorry, I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright, I look forward to it. Puka, wait. Just as I'm about to leave, she calls out to me. Her voice shows how conflicted she is. Oh, oh, oh! This is no okay. This we fight. I played through this game so much, and I was waiting so long for something to change about the with the mod. Finally, this is it. This is not what she usually does. I'm happy now. Okay, please don't go. I'm so scared. I don't want things to change. I don't want to lose you, but I don't want you to be part of this. I don't want to waste your time. Sayori. I look her in the eyes and smile to reassure her that I'm here to stay. Even if my brain needs time to realize that Sayori, my closest friend, has been keeping something like this from me all these years, I know that is no reason to shut myself in my room. Maybe if I stay with her for a while, I can process the information better. You don't need to worry. Let's take things slow. Puka, I don't know how to react. I don't know much about depression, but I do know you're my best friend. What kind of lousy friend would I be if I left you now? Sayori casts her eyes downward and looks back up at me with a brave face. I can see she's trying to hold back her tears. I then instinctively wrap my arms around her. I feel her warmth as she starts crying into my chest. For some unknown reason, I feel like I need to suppress the urge to cry myself. I stay strong for her sake, but if I'm honest, I'm more than a little scared. 10 mi- I don't like this music. Oh, she's still crying 10 minutes later. 10 minutes later, Sayori's still crying into my chest. She hasn't said a single word. Why are you crying? I should have stayed quiet. Things are going to be different between us forever. The struggle in her mind is written all over her face. I realize I can't leave her like this. Even if I don't know what to do, if nothing else, at least I can act as a shoulder for her to cry on. I don't know, but I think you're wrong. Wrong? Even if I knew you were depressed, I still would be friends with you. But why? I don't know the answer myself. I just blurted my statement out without thinking. For a few more minutes, we simply stand there, locked in an embrace. Neither of us says a word. The only thing we can hear are our own breaths, and at times, I think I can even hear hear somebody's heartbeat. I can't say for sure whether it's mine or Sayori's. Hundreds of thoughts rush through my head as I try to fully grasp the situation. Do you trust me, Sayori? Sayori slowly nods. You are my best friend. I trust you more than anyone. Okay, I just got an Amber Alert. Curfew! You are my. I don't know why. I only get more scared when I think about the fact that you mean so much to me. I stroke her hair. You're my best friends too. I won't give up on you ever. Even if I'm confused, I know those words are genuine. I'm sorry for being such a mess. Don't apologize for it. Things are gonna be better from now on. Huh? I want to help you, Sayori. Sayori suddenly turns to me. Oh my gosh, I'm so conflicted. There's a lot of. I don't even. I wouldn't even. I don't know. Puka, no, please, don't waste your time and energy on me. But Sayori. I smiled confidently and looked deep into her eyes. I don't consider being with you a waste of time. Never did. Never will. But why? We've been friends our whole lives. This isn't something I'll just let you go through alone. Despite my words, Sayori's expression doesn't seem to change. She sighs. You can't help me. You don't understand. Depression isn't just the same as being sad. Maybe I can. Maybe I can't. But I want to try. My words seem to reach her. I see her lips move in search of a counter argument. I realize this is my chance. Before she can retort, I go in for the decisive blow. You're right. I know nothing about depression. I don't know what's best for you, and that scares me, but that's no reason for me to give up on you. Just trust me, okay? Sari looks at me, almost like she wants to find a piece of doubt in me. Then suddenly, the ghost of a smile appears on her face. Okay. A fraction of the smile that I know and love returns to Sayori's face. From now on, we'll do this together. Even if I know nothing about depression, I promise myself I will help Sayori. She's always been there for me whenever I was sad, never showing how damaged she really is up until now. Even if I lack knowledge, I'm determined to help her. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah. Just then, an idea hits me. How about we prepare for it together? I I want to prepare for it together with you. I want that too, but I don't want to be selfish. It's not selfish if both of us want it. Even if I'm too embarrassed to admit it. I genuinely want to spend more time with her, even if it's just a way to cope with what she told me. It's almost like I think I can process the information better if I assure myself that things are still mostly the same as they were before. She's still my best friend, my only friend. That hasn't changed. I don't think that'll ever change. Ironically enough, now that I know she's depressed, I want to spend more time with her than ever before. Alright, you have a point, but didn't you have other plans? I shake my head. No, and even if I did, I'm sure the others would understand. Besides, I feel like I have to be here for her right now. I tried my best to attempt at giving her. Oh, I thought I was getting a call. I tried my best to att- I tried my best attempt at giving her a reassuring smile, though with my current mindset, it probably makes me look like some monster taken out of a horror novel. Let's do this like we always have, Sayori. Alright, even if she still looks upset, I feel as if she's calmed down, even if just a little. Maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe it's just me feeling relieved that she doesn't ask me to leave. We work together on her poem until late in the evening. While she's busy writing, I quickly slip out to send Monica a couple texts explaining that we changed some of the plan. She quickly replies that she understands the situation and will take care of the rest. Of course, over the course of the evening, I see occasional flashes of Sayori's old personality, but I don't know if they are genuine or her trying to put a facade for my sake. Finally, we work ourselves to exhaustion, and it's only when both of our stomachs rumble that I realize how many hours we spent writing our poem. I decide to make her some dinner, despite her complaints. This is delicious, Puka. I haven't eaten food this good in forever. I'm glad you like it. I tried my best. As I made dinner for her, I noticed how almost all the food she had was either fast food or instant noodles. Come to think of it, this is something I've always noticed her serve me when I visited her in the past. Now I understand it was likely because of depression. She's probably not able to try and learn new dishes. Regardless, Sayori enjoys my food, wolfing it down. I almost worry it'll get stuck in her throat. Puka, are you feeling alright? Taylor notices I haven't even touched my plate, despite my hunger. In a desperate attempt to cover up my concern for her, I fake a yawn. Yeah, I'm fine. I guess I'm tired. If you want, you can go home. I can finish the poem myself. No, I'm staying. It's fun to be with you. Fine? She laughs bitterly. I enjoy this, just sitting down and writing poems with you. It's kind of fun, don't you think? Thanks for the compliment. We eat in silence, and I realize how much I valued those days when there was no drama between us. I regret not spending more time with her over the last few years. Maybe if I did, things wouldn't have turned out this way. Maybe I could have done something to help her. If only I picked up on the signs. How could I not notice how often she was late to school, or how often she wore the same clothes for weeks, or how she always let others make decisions for her? Don't blame yourself. I throw a confused gaze. Oh dang. Oh dang. Jeez. Good job of noticing that, Sailor. Okay. It's written all over your face. You probably blame yourself for not being there for me, right? Am I that easy to read? Sayori smiles. It's not like you could have done anything. I shake my head. I don't want to believe that. Even if it's true, then you can't seriously think this will end well for you if you try to deal with it alone. Sayori's left speechless for a moment. Depression or not, I still care about you. You're one of the few people I can say for sure I trust. I don't deserve this. What are you talking about? Of course you do. Everyone deserves someone who cares about them. That's not what I meant. I don't deserve to be cared about, to have someone who wastes their efforts on me. I don't want to be a burden to anyone, least of all you, Sayori. You were never a burden to me, and you won't be. You asked why you should make friends when you realize how worthless you are. But aren't we friends? Yes. And when you call yourself worthless, how do you think I feel? Of course, it makes you feel bad, which is why I never talk about it. But if you're miserable and I want to help you get out of said misery, then I'm technically doing it for myself and not for you. Yes, but what are you getting at here? If anything bad were to happen to you, I wouldn't be able to recover. I don't want you to be indebted to to me. I want to help you because it would also help me. You would do that for me? Why? Because you're worth a lot to me, Sayori. You want me to be happy, and I want you to be happy. I don't know what would make you happy or what would make you realize how much you're worth, both to me and to others. But I know what would make me happy. What could that be? It's to spend more time with you and make you smile. Sayori looks shocked. You've always made me feel happy because you've always accepted me with open arms. Plus, you're the only girl who I can call my friend, and I'm glad to be able to say that. What I'm saying is that I don't want to lose you. I want to help you. That'll make me happy. Puka, thank you. I'm lucky to have a friend like you. It feels good to know someone cares about me and appreciates me. You're the one who makes me feel that way each day. Even though she smiles and her cheeks redden, I feel an awkward silence falling over the room. It's late. I think we should call it a day. I feel very tired and I need to think. She throws a reassuring smile at me. Don't worry about me, though. I won't give up, even if it's just for your sake. Thank you. I appreciate that. We say goodbye for the day, and just before I leave, I hear her whisper something inaudible behind my back. That night, I found myself unable to fall asleep for a long time. My brain keeps replaying our conversation. Can I really do anything to help her? Tomorrow's the day of the festival. Sayori will probably feel awkward after our conversation. I should go check up on her as soon as I wake up. Yeah! I like hearing that! Yeah! After all, that's what she would do for me if she was in my position. At long last, I feel my eyelids getting heavy. The last thing I see before falling asleep is a memory of Sayori smiling at me. I refuse to believe that her smile was fake all this time. Yeah! Let's go! Hello, Rift Pigeon. Is that it? Wait a minute. Rift Pigeon. Is that the... I see the 5. I don't know if that's... Because there's a lot of things that use that kind of 5. So I can't say that's from zombies, but if it is, then tell me. Tell me. Now, Pigeon. Wait, Rich Pigeon. Oh, I was like, wait, Rich Pigeon. Wait a minute. That's Rift, not Rich. Okay, it's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be something I could be excited. Oh, let me just. Of all the days, I expected this to be something I could be excited for. However, I barely slept last night for many reasons other than excitement. With what we talked about yesterday in mind, I take out my phone and call Sayori's number, but she isn't answering. A sudden fear takes over me. What if she... Before I can finish my thoughts, my phone rings. I try to answer, but my palms are sweaty from the sudden urge of stress, so I drop my phone on the ground. I see she's calling me. I quickly dive down onto the ground and swipe my finger across the screen to answer. Puka? Her voice is unnaturally hoarse. I either woke her up or she didn't sleep at all and has been up all night. I decide to indirectly ask her, Sorry, did I wake you? No, I've been up for a while. Her voice takes on an unnatural, cheery tone. Something's not right here. Don't worry about me. Uh-oh. Okay, Puka. Okay, gotta go. I know what's happening. Okay. Her laugh sounds forced. Something is clearly wrong here. Sayori, what? A sudden fear grips me. I realize I have to distract her somehow before things get out of control. She clearly sounds upset, and from how tired she is, I assume she didn't sleep at all. There's no knowing what she'll do to herself if I hang up on her like this. I called because I want to meet up before the festival. We always go to school together, so how about I come over and make you breakfast? She says nothing, but I hear her sigh on the other end. I promised we'd go to the festival together. Is this because of what I told you yesterday? Is that why you're suddenly acting this way? No, that's not it. I want to spend time with you before the festival. I mean, I woke up so early. There isn't much for me to do to pass time, except maybe watch anime. You told me you didn't want me to turn into a NEET, didn't you? Sayori laughs bitterly at the other end of the phone. You're right. You're absolutely right. And since you're my only friend, I guess I have nobody else to socialize with. It's either you or the anime. I get what you mean. She pauses and I hear the sound of the door opening, followed by the thud of something heavy hitting the ground and the closing of the door. Alright. When can you come over? I'm on my way now. Okay, I'll go get ready for the day. I'll leave the door unlocked for you. Oh my god. I can't tell you how this makes me feel. It's like I've played so much of this where it's just that's the end right there. That's just the end. That's it. It's over. It's game over. I lost. It's just so weird. It's nice, but it's weird. I hang up and run out the door as fast as my legs can take me. I don't even care about closing my door or to bother looking on the road. My heart threatening to smash my chest. I make a beeline. I make a beeline for her house, and I feel black dots clouding my vision by the time I arrive. Panting heavily, I open the door. She really did leave it unlocked. As soon as I enter, I hear the sound of the shower running. Remembering the sounds I heard just before the call ended, I rush up to her room. I've watched too much anime to know where this could potentially lead. However, I don't care. Think back. I heard the sound of the door opening. Judging by the sound I heard afterwards, it must have been a room with a wooden floor. That would mean I mentally ask her. I mentally ask her to forgive me before opening her closet and run my hands down the mountain of unorganized clothes. Perhaps the sound was just my imagination. For a few minutes, I feel nothing as I dig deeper and deeper into the pile. I'm about to give up when my hand suddenly feels something hard and uneven underneath them. I dig it up and my eyes widen as I find myself pulling a long, tight rope. Did she mean to? Before I can even finish my own thoughts, I take the rope in both my hands and dash across the room before throwing the rope out through the window. Just as I think it's over, though, the sound of running water suddenly stops. I realize I'm screwed if Sayori finds me loitering about in a room. I quickly cover up my deed and rush out of the room. I then begin preparing breakfast for the two of us, while silently promising myself that I'll make sure today is going to be enjoyable for her. Hey, oh, okay, we're at the club already. Right. Natsuki. More like Katsuki. Got him. Just skirt hit the dab like with Khalifa. I don't know. I don't even know. I really don't know. Jeez, took you long enough. We were honestly getting worried you'd never show up. Alright, looks like everyone's finally here. It seems like the two of us were the last ones to arrive. Thankfully enough, the actual event hasn't started yet. Sorry, I kind of forgot to write my poem during the weekend. Well, is it ready now? If you guys, I just read the line, and if you guys could see what I just did, I just slowly like glanced over to Natsuki with like think of the what's it called, the Mike Wazowski meme where he just stands there idly blank face. That's basically what I just did. Oh come on, Sayori, will you at least try to take this seriously? Sayori cast her eyes downward. This looks bad. Natsuki doesn't know the reason for why Sayori was unable to write. I did promise Sayori to keep her condition a secret. I cast a quick glance towards Sayori, whose smile is slowly fading. At this rate, she might start crying. Worst case scenario, her secret might be revealed. On the other hand, I know Sayori is strong enough to endure it. It might make them suspicious if I suddenly act out of character. To speak up or have faith in Sayori's resilience. To speak up or have faith in Sayori's resilience and remain silent. Oh no! Oh! Oh! No! This is what. No! This is the choice. This is the one that sets everything up for success. Oh, oh, God. I don't know. Oh, one choice leads to death, the other one leads to happiness. Uh oh. What do I do? 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 I have no clue. I don't know. Bruh. This is the first death. That's the first dislike I've had in ages. Feels weird. Give me a second. Alright, guys. Okay. So, what do I do? Okay. One choice determines on if I'm gonna be crying or if I'm gonna be happy. I have no clue. I have no clue. It's really my fault. Remain silent. But if I act out of character, see, what would Sayori want me to do? You see, do I? You see? Okay, let's put this in a logical sense. Okay, let's try to do this. Let's do this because as much as I want to search this up to see which one makes me happy, I don't want to do that. Okay, it's my fault, really. Okay, Sayori, Sayori is crying. She's on the verge of crying. Is she strong? See, she was gonna kill herself in the morning. But if I speak up, she could become very upset. Oh, I saved, right? Let's do it. I shake my head and look at Natsuki dead in the eyes. Uh-oh, okay. Okay. Hmm. I'll know if this is good based off her initial reaction when I say this. Stop it, Natsuki. Sayori's not at fault here. Puka? I quickly throw Sayori a stern look to tell her just to play along. She nods, and I can briefly see the gratitude in her eyes. The reason we were late was because Sayori had to help me write my poem. What? You didn't write one either? Oh, I chose the right one. I think. Oh, professional liar. Oh, yes. Okay, what? You didn't write one either? Not either. Sayori did write a poem. She had one ready since Friday. I nudge her with my shoulder and wink at her. Of course, she would lie to keep me from appearing in a bad light. I see. Puka, why? I told you not to tell them. I shrug. I have a conscience too, you know. I can't let my friend take the fall for me. It's about time I started taking responsibility for my actions. I see. I'm sorry, Sayori. Sayori smiles a radiant smile. Oh, no harm done. I shouldn't have lied in the first place. Natsuki shoots me a frustrated glare. You, however, I don't know if my and you stop being lazy and contribute if you're in the club, or did you just join it because there were tons of cute girls here? Jeez, I took the dub because I put the right option in what I said. Yeah, I think. I hope. Natsuki turns her heel and leaves while muttering something inaudible. Anyway, may I see the poem? Oh, yes, of course. Here you go. She. Oh, okay, I thought I could smell food. But no. Okay. I'm so. I'm like so stressed by this because that was just like. That determined. I think that determined everything. I'm happy right now. And for now, I will be happy. She hands Monica the envelope containing the poem. If you two if you two writing a poem together, aren't you too cute? You two writing a poem together, aren't you too cute? What? I noticed Sayori's cheek taking on a rosy sheen. What's that? What's odd, however, is that for some reason my face feels very hot, and for a few seconds, I feel slightly lightheaded. We're not. Why would you say that? Hey, I know more than you think. I don't like that you say that. Having that said, Monica opens the envelope and leaves us alone. I don't even need to look in Sayori's direction to know she's looking at me. I turn my head and her eyes meet. Sorry, I don't know where Monica got that idea from. We'd be kind of cute together, though, don't you think? Even though I say it as a joke, my words make me feel weird. Sayori laughs nervously, and I feel oddly disheartened. And that's why I promise I'll stop joking around for the rest of the day. No, I appreciate it. She sighs and sits down on an empty table. The fact that you even joke about it is funny. Oh, I don't like that. This is so hard for me to think about. I sit down next to her and take her left hand into my right hand. Her hands are small, warm, and clammy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that, Sayori. If the joke was a joke for any reason, it was that the idea of me ever finding a girlfriend is downright hilarious. Don't say that. I'm sure you'd find an amazing girl who would love you one day. Unless you become a NEET, that is. I promise, once things settle down, I'll help you find someone. I want you to be happy. You deserve it so much. You also deserve happiness, Sayori. Sayori smiles a sad smile. The others will get suspicious if we just sit around here. Let's go and be useful to them so they leave us alone. Okay. Oh, I'm a genius. Okay, you see, they tried to trick you. They tried to trick you because say something. You don't know if he's gonna like literally directly say, "Oh, well, this is why." Ah, you mod developers. I let go of her hand and we joined the others in preparation for the festival event. As I work on hanging up the decorations, I can't help but notice I'm strangely distracted. I don't know why, but I can't shake off this feeling of uncertainty that has taken over me. Even so, I don't know if I have time to think about it too much right now. Before I know it, it's time for the festival. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I haven't even experienced this fully. I've experienced it once. Once. It seems like we have attracted quite a crowd. I notice I'm slightly anxious as I step up and stand next to Sayori. I throw a quick look at her face and see a nervous yet gentle smile. The whole room is silent, with the exception of a few whispers from the audience. Not before long, Monica's voice breaks the silence. Okay, everyone, it's time to read a poem. Let's start by having the members of our literature club read their wonderful selections first. She turns to Sayori. If you wouldn't mind, could you go first, Sayori? Right, I'll try my best. Give a warm applause to the vice president of our club. As soon as the applause ends, Sayori steps up to the podium and reads her poem aloud. The poem she chooses is one that I've never read before. White Lily. Okay, now I can read these poems because I haven't read these. I'm so scared. I don't know why. I'm hungry. I'm really hungry. I'm always hungry. Okay. White Lily. Someplace far away in a wasteland where no man has gone before, in a land where rain and sun's conflict lies at the core. In a land ruled by the rainbows, a single white lily grows, selfishly dreaming to spread joy, even if it meant her devastation, a small price to pay for salvation. I had to say it. I'm sorry. When the Mr. Sun visits her, she opens her petals and smiles at the cheery day. When Mr. Raincloud comes to play, she closes her petals, wishing she could be several miles away. Even if Raincloud tempts her and wants to be her friend, his false kindness only makes her rattle. The lily wants no temptation. What she dreams for is a peaceful end. Once a rainbow took the shape of a dark-robed man. As he brandished his scythe, he heard the lily's sobs. To pluck the lily and end her was his plan. Yet he couldn't bear the weight of stopping her heart throbs. And so he sat with her, hearing her story out, sweet words of comfort escaping his mouth. Though she starts off slow due to her anxiety, she quickly becomes more and more confident as the poem goes on. Gosh, my throat. Once she's done, she bows gracefully as a few members of the audience clap. This is bad. Sayer's performance was excellent, and yet she doesn't receive enough recognition from the crowd. God, don't make me choose! Yelling bravos seems a little weird. Because poetry, aren't you supposed to snap? You see, no, bravo, I think clapping louder. I clap louder than the rest of them, but it seems like my attempt has no effect that makes me look. Okay, well, we're going back. Yell bravo. I jump up and whistle before yelling bravo at the top of my lungs. It seems to catch. Hey, that's why we save and load. Monica even gave me that advice. It seems to catch the crowd's attention, though it might just be because they're staring at the guy who's making himself look like a fool. As I start clapping, the other members of the literature club begin clapping harder as well. Give her a warm applause, everyone. The crowd eventually gives into peer pressure and start clapping louder and louder. Sayori blushes slightly and steps down to the sound of the crowd cheering. Even if she says nothing, I can tell she is feeling grateful for me stepping in. Thank you for that great poem, Sayori. Up next is... Before Monica can finish, Yuri runs up to the podium, tightly clutching her poem and avoiding eye contact with the audience. She then reads her poem aloud. So she just straight up rushed. Okay. Yuri's performance was splendid. I don't have to read her poem. Yes, it showed me a side of her that I've never seen before. No sooner had she started reading her poem that her voice became filled with confidence, like she owned the room. She was met with even louder cheers than Sayori's performance did. Soon after, she was followed by Monica and Natsuki. Oh god, my poem. Even before they started reading, it was clear Monica was the highlight of the show. She was met with deafening cheers before she even read her poem, which turned out to be an amazing piece of work. Finally, it was my turn. Oh god. I'm surprised they didn't fill in the... Actually, no, I'm actually not surprised. I wouldn't have filled in the seats. It doesn't matter. Okay. As the only guy in the literature club, I feel pressured to put on a good show. It's only when I look at the crowd, I notice most of the audience are guys from my year. They look at me like I'm a weirdo. Sup? I hear a few guys from my class whispering amongst themselves. I know the rumors will be inevitable. Part of me wants to step down and leave. It'd be less of an embarrassment to me if I did. However, just as I start hesitating, I hear a girl's voice cheering me on. I look down and see Sayori smiling at me. You can do this, Puka. I believe in you. I have to do... Oh, I'm happy. I have to do this for her. I have to put on a good performance, not to please them, but to make her happy. I take a deep breath and to swallow my anxiety and then read my poem. It's of questionable quality compared to the rest, and I met with the coldest reception of the entire club. Rarely anyone applauds for me, and I hear one or two guys booing me. It's so weird because I honestly could care less what happens to be. Oh, that's funny though. They tell me to stop writing since my poem is terrible. Even though I'm used to being treated like a joke by my classmates, hearing them insult me like this hurts me a little more than usual. Give him a warm round of applause, everyone. He did great. Not even Monica convinced the crowd to give me as much as a single clap in my direction. Just then I hear, Sayori. I turn my head to see Sayori. Sayori? You did so great, Puka. I'm proud of you. What is she doing? Sayori turns around to face the crowd. If not for Puka, I wouldn't have been able to read my poem. It'd never be finished. Puka's... Oh, please. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Let me just do this. Let me just continue. Okay, before I come up with any ideas, Puka's a great person and friend. He chose to help me with my poem, even if it meant his would have glaring flaws. Sayori beams at a bright smile before facing the crowd again. So please, give him credit where credit is due. I hear the crowd muttering amongst themselves again. Before I know it, a few of them start clapping. After a few seconds, the whole audience, with the exception of a few people, applauds me. I look at Sayori, who blushes slightly. What is this I feel? It feels like my body is heating up to painful levels. I can't take this. I feel more embarrassed than ever in my life. I need to get out of here before anyone can stop me. I take my awful poem and dash out of the room. Oh, okay. The performance was a complete disaster. My performance was a complete disaster. Yeah, get good. Oh, okay. I don't remember the last time I was this embarrassed in my entire life. I made a fool of myself. The literature club and messed up in front of Sayori. This sucks. I feel like punching the wall in frustration. Of all days when I wanted to impress her. Of all days when I didn't want to look like a big dork in front of Sayori. Of course I had to mess up today. On top of that, my classmates saw me screw up. I'm sure this is going to have consequences for me. I start walking aimlessly down the corridor, keeping my head low and my hands in my pocket. The pleasant smell of various food stands invades my nostrils, but I don't feel tempted to stop and check them out. Don't worry, Puka. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It happens. Hey, everyone has a bad performance sometimes. Like, look at the last episode part I uploaded. No views, and it's been like 24 hours. It's been over a day. And then I streamed the genocide route of Undertale. That got more views. I don't really care. I just wanted to get out of here, go home and forget screwing up like this. My phone vibrates as I walk. For a second I stop to check and see that Siri sent me a message. Dang it. She's probably panicking right about now, but I feel I can't go back. No! Don't do this! I don't want to go back and start this all over. Everyone will just point at me and laugh. I put the phone back in my pocket and start walking faster than before. Just then I hear the sound of someone running behind me. I don't care to look over my shoulder and start running as well. I soon see the door and the schoolyard in front of me. At this rate, I'll crash into the sign of one of the food stands and collapse onto the floor like a downed tree. Great. Just great. As I slowly open my eyes, I look out to see the faces of several second-year students. I can tell they're trying really hard to suppress their laughter. You can't blame them. Suddenly, one of them leaps out of the way, and I see a familiar face look down at me with a concerned look on her face. Sayori. Gosh. This is... I don't even know what to think at this point. What do I even say? I just keep saying the words on the screen, but what do I say? What do Plexius, say? Not the MC. I don't even know. Oh, okay. Puka, are you alright? That looked like it really hurt. She reaches out to me. I take her hand and get up. I then glance at the small crowd of students who had gathered around me. Show's over. Let me through. The crowd slowly disperses while I hear them muttering something about me being a clumsy idiot. Still feeling a little dizzy, I look over at Sayori. You ran too fast. I tried to warn you not to run like that. Her voice is filled with genuine concern. It makes me feel guilty that I made her worry like that. I'm sorry. If I had been a little louder, then maybe you wouldn't have crashed like that. No, I'm sorry for running away from the event like that. I'm sure the others must be furious with me, especially Natsuki. Before I know it, she wraps her arms around me and hugs me tightly. Don't worry about it. I'm sure they understand that. Before she can continue, some female students that pass by us will whistle at us, calling us a dorky couple. We break apart and I feel my cheeks redden from embarrassment. I feel tempted to correct them that we're not a couple, but I know that I'd only make things worse. Let's stitch these guys. My head hurts. Alright. The cheery voice I've known all these years returns. Oh, I know a great place they won't disturb us. I try to walk, but it feels like the whole room is spinning. As a result, I'm forced to lean on her for support as she leads the way to the schoolyard. Is it F12? I don't know how to take screenshots anymore. Okay. It's so weird. Every time I see like a building like this, it reminds me of the Pokemon movie. One of them. I don't remember which one, but one of them. Anyway, Sarah leads me to a bench located in a remote part of the schoolyard. I look around and notice there are very few students present. As soon as I sit down, Sarah runs her fingers along my forehead to look for bruises. I'm fine, Sarah. Don't worry about me. You know I'll always worry. Anyway, it doesn't look like you've hurt yourself too bad. She breathes a sigh of relief and sits down next to me. I feel her staring at me, and I soon turn my eyes towards her, gazing into her eyes. Neither of us speaks a word for a while. All I can hear is the chatter of the students and the rustle of the leaves in the wind. Too many thoughts run through my head. Soon enough, Sarah becomes self-conscious of my gaze and looks down, blushing lightly. I respond by looking down as well. Sorry. About what? I don't know. I guess I made you feel uncomfortable? Don't worry about it. I think it's fun spending time with you. It is. I don't even know. Woo! Woo, woo, woo! And along came Herman the Worm. And he was this big. And I said, Herman, what happened? And he said, oh my gosh. Wait, I want to hear this. No, this isn't the video I wanted. I want Herman the Worm. This is very different of the version I'm used to. Okay. Anyway. Well, that's a copyright claim. Or strike, or whatever I get. Claim. Sayori's smile fades all of a sudden. Oh, shut up, phone. Okay, you're loud. Okay, I wish things could go back to how they were before. Before I realize what I'm doing, I put my left arm around her shoulder. An awkward tension arises between us, but Sarah doesn't push me away. Instead, I see a weak, hollow smirk coming from her lips. I don't want that. Sayori looks at me again, saying nothing. We can never go back to how things were before, but we can make new, happy memories together. As long as we stick together, we'll find a way. Sayori tries to say something, but shakes her head and sighs. And all of a sudden, she starts laughing. I sigh. Oh, come on. What am I saying What I'm saying isn't that ridiculous. Sayori shakes her head. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just seeing you so optimistic and trying to cheer me up. It feels so surreal. Oh, come on. Am I usually that negative? She chuckles again. Thank you, Puka. You somehow know how to make me feel appreciated. Ditto, Sayori. What? What? Ditto. Okay. Her laughter dies down and her face takes a serious look. I notice her moving a little closer to me. Sayori? Yes? Do you trust me? Oh, I do. Good. Because I want you to trust me that I want to help you. I spent a lot of time thinking last night. I pull her. Okay, we're pushing, dude. I need a bird to be. I pull her a little closer. She doesn't resist. I want you to be happy. She shakes her head and looks away. Please, I don't. I'm not done. I take a deep breath and gather my courage. She needs to know. I don't want you to deal with this alone, but that's not my only reason. I want to spend more time with you. After a long pause, Sayor's eyes become filled with tears and she rests her head on my shoulder. I guess I'm selfish or something, but I feel the same way. What? She wipes her tears away from her. She wipes her tears away and continues a slightly dazed tone. Shut up, a push, or what's it called? Reddit. It'd make me happy if I could spend more time. If I could be with you more often. I feel my cheeks redden. Upon realizing what she just said, she blushes as well. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Yeah, I know. You're. She lowers her voice down to a whisper. You're the only one I trust enough to tell about any of this. I take a moment to process what she just told me. I have one question, Sailor. Why me? She purses. She. What? I don't know that word. She purses her lips and tries to find an answer, but ends up shaking her head. I don't know. I just feel deep down that you won't take advantage of me, and the way you always make me feel, even when I'm sad, even when I feel like I'm worthless. I notice her voice breaking and quickly look at her face to see tears forming in her eyes. I brush away her tears and give her a reassuring smile. The tension between us is making it hard for me to breathe. Don't worry. Please continue. I'm here for you, Sarah. If it helps, you make me feel the same way. I trust you because you're the only person who doesn't think of me as a joke. That's why I can't. That's why I think I can help you. Since without you always training me up, I'd probably feel worthless as well. Can I ask a selfish request of you? Of course. She pauses as if looking for the right words. I don't rush her. I give her all the time she needs. Is it okay with you if we do more together? I mean, I understand if you have better things to do. I want that too. Great. She hesitates for a moment. If you want to ask the others, then that's fine too. No, I want to spend more time with you only. With only you. It'd make me happy. Okay, if you say it'll make you happy, then I believe you. No sooner does she finish saying that, and she lets out a loud yawn. I look at her and notice her bags under her eyes. Sari, how much did you sleep last night? I got enough sleep. How much exactly? Okay, I know it's no use lying to you. I couldn't sleep. I was afraid that of what it'd mean for me of what it'd mean for me now that I've told you about my condition. How about this then? We can already start spending more time together, but only after you've rested. It's no use. I only feel rain clouds going away when I'm with you. Since I know this isn't a dream, I can just wake up from to find that I've lost you. I smile bitterly. Okay then, you can rest here. Use me as a pillow. Before she can protest, I scoot closer and pat her on my lap. Sarah knows I won't back down. Only if you promise me one thing. Your wish is my command. She laughs dryly. Don't disappear while I sleep. Please don't be a dream. I promise you, I'll just quit the game right now. It's just gone. Right in front of her. Oh my, I'm so messed up. I promise you, Sarah. I'll be here when you wake up, and when you do, I'll take you someplace fun. That'd be great, yeah. Sarah's eyes can no longer hide her fatigue. Her after After Pinky swearing to her that I won't go away, she smiles and lies down on my lap. 5 minutes later, she falls asleep. I look at her for a while. She looks different when she's asleep. Her face is even more gentle and peaceful. I take off my jacket and carefully cover her to prevent her from getting cold while she sleeps. Look at the sky! Oh yeah! Look at the sky! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh, there you go. There's the screenshot I wanted. Ah ha ha! It's so funny. So stupid. I then look up at the sky and silently promise myself that I won't let her down ever. Just as I'm about to take out my phone from my jacket's pocket, I see it vibrate. I check to see that Monica has sent me a message, wondering if I'm alright after I ran out like that. I text her that I felt like the stress was too much for me and I wanted some fresh air to which she merely responded that I should spend the rest of the day to relax and enjoy myself. I don't reply. I'll hold off enjoying myself until Sarah wakes up. Right now, she needs rest fast. She needs rest, and I promised her I wouldn't leave. As I look down on Sayori's sleeping face, I tell myself that our story begins now. 5 hours have passed since Sayori fell asleep. The festival is coming to a close, and I'm starting to feel numb from sitting like a statue in the cold wind. The smell of food is torturing my hungry stomach, but despite my discomfort, I haven't stood up once. I promised I'd wait. I promised I'd wait for Sayori, and I would make good on that promise. Besides, while waiting for her, I got a lot of time to think about my situation, our situation. I read all sorts of online articles. I read all sorts of online articles about depression as well. That should suffice. Dang, your phone is still. I wonder what percent his phone is at. To be honest, that's what's on my mind. I soon hear a low murmur from my side, and look down to see Sayori slowly open her eyes. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. There's that screenshot. I took 2 screenshots. Frick. Morning, or, well, afternoon, I guess. Upon seeing me, she breathes out a reassuring sigh. You're still here? I decide to humor her. Sorry if you were expecting someone better. She laughs, then noticed that I put my jacket over her to keep her from getting cold. Don't say that. You're better than anyone I know. I'm sorry I made you wait so long. Don't worry about it. Was your nap good? She nods. How long was I asleep? 5 hours. And you sat here this whole time. I pat her head and stroke her hair to the side. It's not like I had anything better to do. Besides, it felt good to be useful to someone for once. I realize this is getting awkward again. Maybe a joke would lighten the mood. And what guy wouldn't want a cute girl resting on them? You think I'm cute? Nope. That only made the awkwardness increase tenfold. Despite me having lost any kind of feeling in my face for a few hours ago, I feel my cheeks flare up. Anyway, why don't we get going? She throws me a perplexed look. Did you forget? I told you I'd take you someplace nice when you woke up. You're paying, though. I waited for so long that I think I'll faint from hunger, sir. Fair enough. Sayori yawns and rubs her eyes again. That was the most comfortable nap I've ever had. I'm glad to hear that, Sayori. She hums as she returns my jacket to me and gets up. I try to get up, only to find out my legs have fallen asleep due to her resting on her head on my knees while she slept. Sayori, noticing this, is quick to lend me a helping hand. For the second time today, I lean over on her for support as I walk. Look at this, we're going through town. That's a T right there. Why is there a T? I know what it means. I know that means it's a T intersection. But I was just making fun of it, okay? Neither of us says anything for a while, though I occasionally hear a low humming sound coming from her. When we stop near the road to wait for the cars to pass by, I look into her eyes and see that they're filled with more vitality than ever. Just how many demons does she keep inside herself? I still have to play Jack 3! I don't know why that came up. When I saw it turn to orange, I was just like, Jack 3. Oh my gosh. I forgot about that series. I'll get to that. I don't even own the game yet. Yeah, it took me 42. Right, no, it took me, how long did it take me to beat Jack 2? 23 parts? Oh yeah, I 100%ed it. That's right. I didn't just play through it. And then I completed hero mode, but I used cheats, obviously. Then Jack and Daxter took me 5 parts, but then again, It's a shorter game. And it's easy to 100% that. Then Skyrim, I still have to beat, but I'll get there. I think I'm further than I was before in Skyrim. I don't know. Subnautica was a great playthrough. I know I'm looking at these right now. And then, yeah, that took me 26. Terraria, I'll play again soon. Undertale, I'll complete. Oh, that's right. Okay, I can delete this. Remove from Undertale. Undertale Genocide Part 1. Alright. I'm just making sure, I'm just going through and organizing, that's all. Okay, Marvel, Spider-Man, beat that. Good streamies, that's only for me. God of War, never going back to that, basically. Not for a while, at least. Doki Doki, okay, let's get back. Let's get back to the game, okay? Alright. Just as the sun began to set, we found a little nice cafe on the side, not too far away from our homes. Coffee! Cafe Memoria. Why does that sound familiar? If that's another... Is that another reference? Last mod had references out the bazoo. Out the gazoo. I don't even know what that... Cafe... I think that's... Memoria. Okay. Okay, no, I definitely have never heard of that then. Alright. It's a manga series or anime, I don't know. I don't watch anime, I don't read manga. I guess this counts. Besides, does this count as manga? I don't even know. I don't even know. Is this me reading? Is this me reading manga? Okay, alright, let's just continue. We sit down at an empty table once we're inside. Sarah seems to have cheered up compared to how she was yesterday. Wow, I'm honestly surprised, Puka. About what? I didn't know there was such a nice cafe near where we live. It's funny, I walk past here every time we go home from school, but I never even bothered to look. I shrug and laugh sheepishly. I found it by accident one day. I was bored, hungry, and didn't want to bother making food. So I overheard some girls at school mention some really cheap cafe near where I live. Terry cast her eyes downward. Oh, is that so? Is something the matter? She shakes her head and returns to her old cheery self. Nope, not at all. I'm just thinking about what to order here. What are you in the mood for? She shrugs. I think I'll have whatever you have. Come on, I'm kind of curious about your taste. Huh? How come? Whenever you came over to visit, you always ate whatever I wanted. It's the same story whenever I come to visit you. So, I want today to be all about you. That's why I'll order whatever you decide to order. Terry laughs at my remark. I can tell from her expression that she is happy I'm taking interest in her taste. Are you sure? I nod silently. In that case, before I can stop her, she moves her chair next to me and opens the cafe menu. Let's order something together and split it. Right. Like I want more people to mistake us for a couple today. On the other hand, when I look at how happy she seems when she reads aloud every item on the cafe's menu list, I feel like I can't deny her. It'd be wrong, so I decide to play along with her. Alright, let's do that. It sounds fun. Yay, I was so worried you'd tell me that it's a silly idea, but I thought it was kind of cute. Truth be told, I don't mind sharing a meal with her. This isn't like one of those situations you see in an anime where two people actually go on a date without realizing it is it? Of course not. I mean, can you believe how awkward that would be? Besides, I'm not dating material anyway. Hey, don't say that. I noticed how at least a few guys in my class were staring at you when you read your poem. Yeah, but I don't think I could handle the stress. It's okay, Puka. I've already come to terms with the fact that I'll likely stay single forever. Single gang! Yeah! None of you saw what I just did, but I have no clue what I just did either. I cannot repeat it if I wanted to. I just did. Okay. Wait. Woo! Okay. But if I can't be happy, I at least want to devote my life to making others happy. I think then their happiness would shine on me. She clasps her hands together and smiles. For some reason, however, her comment made me a little sad. It's not fair. She notices the concern in my eyes and shakes her head. Anyway, that's enough sob stories for one dinner. Let's order up. Alright, what do you want? How does pizza sound? Pizza, huh? Isn't that a pretty large dish? We're both pretty hungry, and also, if we split it in half, then it should be just enough for us to handle without overeating. That's a good idea. Waiter! 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 SpongeBob movie reference, okay. Great movie. Anyone who says otherwise is a neat. You specifically, right now, who just heard that, you're a neat. Alright, this has to end soon. Sarah returns to her seat, and we make casual talk while waiting for our meal. We then gulp the slices of pizza down like a pair of hungry wolves. Even though I'm clearly hungrier than her, Sarah finishes her share so fast that I'm left wondering if she has a black hole in the place of her stomach. Her metabolism is clearly better than mine, since she barely breaks a sweat while I'm left while I'm left heaving for breath by the time I'm halfway done with my portion. She finds a slightly amusement in my struggle and eventually starts giving me a pep talk to motivate me to finish. After an hour, oh my gosh, it took you an hour. My epic battle with the pizza comes to an end. You did it! I'm so proud of you! I'm too exhausted to reply and merely give her a weak, half-hearted thumb up. I never would have made it without your pep talk. You'd make a great coach someday. I wheezed before gulping down a glass of water. Thanks! Her eyes then light up and she claps her hands together. Okay, how about we go to the park after school tomorrow? It's beautiful there. We'd be doing an activity there together and we could work on your poor condition. Since, no offense, but I've seen old men with better stamina than you. I laugh at her snarky comment. I don't like that she said that, because I feel like I personally am being targeted. But there's a reason. Sure, that sounds fun. Huh, really? I was just teasing you. I know you don't want that. Actually, I do. That sounds like a fun activity we could do together. Besides, you're right. I think I could do with some exercise. And without you cheering me on just now, I don't think I'd have found the strength to finish that pizza. Okay, then it's settled. Let's meet up after school tomorrow and go to the park. Seeing that we both finish our meals, the waiter comes over to ask us if we're ready to pay. Split the bill since we see. Now I'm being put into a situation. You see, now I'm not having her pay. She's not doing. I want to see what that leads to, though. Oh, that'd be so funny. Okay, I'm not doing it, but it'd be funny. Okay, so I'm paying or we split the bill. Well, see, usually if this is a first date, then I'd probably pay. But the idea that we don't want this to be considered a date, what if she sort of does? I'm not against the idea either, but they're hiding it. So we'll split the bill, we'll split it. Ooh, that's a wonderful idea. Let's go on, Puka. Oh well, I thought we did split the pizza in half, so it'd be wrong if one of us paid the share of both. I smiled mischievously. Besides, if I do this, you won't think of this as a date. Good. You were so smooth, I almost forgot for a second. We both laughed for a brief moment, and then remember the waiter who's standing next to us, growing even more impatient. Eventually, we both take out our wallets and pay our halves. Ooh, I'm a genius! We grab our coats off the chairs and bags before we start walking home. It's then we see that we spent so much time chatting away that the evening fell over the town even if we were outside. It's kind of chilly in the evening. She then looks at me with a focused gaze in her eyes. Oh, right, isn't today the release of that manga you've been anticipating? If you leave me now and run to the store, you can still buy it before the store closes. While the thought is tempting, I can tell Sayori is tired. Besides, I can't leave her now in a good conscience. My hobbies can wait until tomorrow. That's fine. Let's hurry home before we catch a cold. I'll walk you back. I see Sayori's cheeks redden a bit. Thanks. Truth be told, I'm a little scared of going home alone at night. Same here. Plus, I'm beat. I gotta rest. Oh my gosh, I would be terrified of walking outside if it was that dark. Well, a little darker. Actually, I don't really care. I walk her all the way back to her house. His doorstep. Well, here we are. I had fun with you today, Sailor. It was fun for me as well, Puka, because you were with me. Before I can reply, she hugs me tightly. Thank you for making this day. Thank you for making this a day I'll never forget. I hug her back, feeling her warmth. I should thank you as well. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Sweet dreams. Good night. We break apart, and I feel like I want to say something to her, but I can't quite find the words. Don't say those words. If I can take a guess, don't say those words. Don't do it. It'll only make things worse, because last time you said those words, she died. Having wished her good night, I leave her until I phone. For some reason, I still feel cold. I keep shaking even when I lie down into my bed. I don't have much time to dwell on it, however, because I fall asleep like a light bulb, that's been turned off. Okay, we're done. We're done. Alright. This was an amazing one because it was happy. I was happy. Okay, nothing bad happened. Alright? But, yeah, that's where I'm going to end the stream. Yeah, let me just quit the game. Mute my computer. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, why don't you go ahead and smash that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and hit that little bell so you know when I'm live next time I upload a video. But other than that, there's nothing left. I'm not doing that outro. I always start to do it. I'm just like, no, don't do it. But I'll see you guys.